Alright, what is going on, guys? So today we're going to be making some adjustments and fixing the convertible top on the drop top because it's not locking, and I kind of wanted to change a bunch of things on the way it's mounted because I kind of set it up incorrectly the first time. And I also wanted to show you guys the full manual top mechanism. I know a lot of you guys had questions on it and all that stuff. So we're going to sort of go on a brief overview on it and sort of how it works. It's actually pretty trick, especially for a convertible. The E36 tops on these full factory auto tops are a fucking nightmare. They never work properly. I could never get mine to work properly, so doing a full manual conversion on the top was the freaking, like, the only option to get it to work reliably and properly. So I gotta show you guys what's going on. And then we're gonna make some adjustments to it. So first and foremost, if there's any button that I miss on this convertible, it's this button right here. So this button freaking drops all the windows at once, which is super fucking sick. I love that button. Alright, so here we have the manual top latch. If you guys have ever fucked with your automatic ones, you know it's extremely different. So basically it has this little lever here, and it just... that's it. So it's got those little anchors on there, and when you twist the lever, it just grabs it like that. So you pull it down and then twist it, and that's locked. Thing folds up. Pretty freaking trick. That makes life a lot easier than with the auto tops. So back on the driver's side trim, we have a little door latch here that sort of actuates the tonneau cover to go up and down. So that's pretty trick. So dropping this guy, open that, and then it's full manual, so you just sort of pull this guy back, and then you gotta lift the top deck, and then you gotta pull the little door lever. Oh, now it's like latching. Fuck yeah, this is why we have to fix it, because it's kind of jank. Tonneau cover's popped. See that little mechanism? So you gotta like push down on that to release it, and then the whole thing comes up, and then you just pull your top back down in there and slam it shut. So I like to use bungee cords whenever I'm sort of holding things on the top and I'm going to work on it. Like there, I have the top all like bungee corded so it doesn't move, so I can work on it. So just a tip for you guys, use bungee cords. Alright, so we got the top held up by bungee cords, we got the tonneau cover being held up by bungee cords, and so I can work on it without having to hold any of that shit up. We got our little lever, little door handle down here. And basically there's a cable that runs from that guy into like this little box over here, and then this box, as you pull on the latch, it sort of pulls it back and forth like that. And then there's another cable that runs over to that latch, and this latch just sort of locks and releases. See that? So it only really locks if the door handle is in. So if I push it in, then this will lock. See that? And then when you pull the handle, then that comes flying up and releases the tonneau cover. But this is kind of fucked up. I think I have that side. That side doesn't even have a latch right now. And this one is like super loose. So where I fucked up was I put this latch on this side. So I gotta undo the door and then like walk all the way over to this side of the car just to put it on. So I think we're gonna move this one over to that side and see if we can get it to work that way. Oh, that thing is loose as fuck. So the manual tops are actually super simple. It's just kind of finding the parts is kind of a pain in the ass. I know it took me like a month or so even to find this little mounting box. So let's get this cable out of here. Alright, so we got that latch out. So we're going to try and move it over onto that side. Also, another interesting thing for you guys who have convertibles and never really worked on them, or if you haven't had an E36 convertible before, that is your shock mount. So the convertible shock mounts are actually inside the whole top mechanism assembly. And that's why you don't really get rear strut bars on E36 convertibles. They don't really make them because the whole like back of the car is basically a strut bar. So I don't know, kind of weird, kind of cool. I think it's pretty trick. So this is gonna go kind of like there. So we got it matched up. I want to make sure that it actually works and it actually closes. So alright, so I got it oriented properly, but it doesn't go down far enough to latch it. So it kind of needs to push the arm, needs to swing down more, because this little black part in here does the job of actually pushing this thing down, and it's getting it to like here, but it needs to go down more to get it to lock in place. Alright, so we wrapped it a few times, and it also kind of looks like this has an adjustment on it. So that's like adjusting the arm down. Hey, there it is! That's what I'm talking about, boys. Alright, so let's feed this. And then you go like that. Like that. And then we pop the door handle. Boom! Alright, well I can't really find a spring for that, so I think we'll just have to make it work. If not, I'll find one later, or that can just sort of be a quirk of this car. You pull on the door handle, that pulls on a cable, that pulls on this thing, and it kind of pivots there. You see that pivot action? So when you pull on this, it pulls on this cable, right? And then when this gets pulled, like that, then it releases this little guy. So that's normally locked. And then when I pull on the handle here, that thing comes flying up. And this little like hook on the tonneau cover slides into that little groove. And that boy gets locked down, and then the tonneau cover doesn't really go anywhere. So let's drop the top, and I'll show you how it all works in one. Goes down like this. This isn't really locked on this side because I don't have a little bracket for that, but it's locked on this side, and that's good enough. So that ain't going anywhere. This thing is not going to fly up. When I had the automatic top, the tonneau cover lock snapped when I was driving, and this thing came up like a fucking air brake at like 80 miles an hour. It sucked ass. Alright, so this is down. We grab our little door handle here. That boy pops. So that boy comes up there. And then you gotta kind of do one of those. And then that comes up. Get that ready. The whole top comes up. That boy comes up like that. Our tonneau cover comes down. And then this drops. Boom. Hop in here. Grab the boy. Pull the boy down. Lock the boy in place. And there you have it, the full manual E36 top. Pretty fucking trick, if I might add. I also don't have a headliner because fuck headliners. I think it actually looks cooler without one because you can see the inner workings of the top and you can kind of see the exoskeleton of it, and I think it looks pretty badass. The headliner that was on this car was pretty fucking chewed up, so it looked like trash. And so with this, it kind of just cleans it up and actually looks pretty clean. So I recently tried to find the part numbers for the manual top conversion part. I don't know if they took it off or they're kind of hard to find, but the car that I got the parts from was on Real OEM, and now I can't find that exact car. I've been looking, so I will try to look some more for you guys and probably leave them in the description. If not, the easiest option is to find a semi-automatic top to get this whole top latch assembly. So the assembly that goes on here came on a lot of semi-manual E36s or semi-auto E36 convertibles, so they're not that hard to find. There's a couple at the junkyard down the street for me. As far as the rear deck lid assembly, those were kind of a little bit harder to come by. So I don't know how long that took, so I'll probably put a timer in the bottom of the screen. I want to say the full auto tops do it in like maybe 20 seconds, something like that. I'm not sure. I know for a fact though that if I do this fast enough, it is faster than a full auto top. Not to mention I don't have to worry about shit breaking ever, which is freaking awesome. I have never had an issue with the full manual top, not nearly as bad of an issue as I did with a full auto top. So having it as a full manual top is fucking nice. Dude, I am so ready to start fucking driving this thing again. Another thing I want to do as soon as we get this car running is shoot another outro, because my outro is pretty outdated on the channel. The last outro I have, it still has the like eBay, Amazon oil cooler on the sedan. The sedan's not on coilovers, it still has the bunk wing on it, and so it doesn't even have the BBs on, so the sedan is a completely different car. Not to mention this thing fucking runs now, so I can take it to some nice areas and actually get some footage of the car, which I haven't been able to do pretty much in the entire life of the channel. So fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah, dude. That ducktail life. I miss that ducktail life. Also, no modification needs to be done to basically the rest of the car. It's all in the top conversion itself. So if I can find someone local who wants to do the manual top conversion and find the parts, if you're local to San Diego and you have a convertible E36 and you want to do the manual top, I will try and help you find the parts. That would be sick. And then if you want to do a collab on that, we can get the whole like DIY series of swapping it over, because I really regret, this is one of the main things that I regret not filming when I did this swap, because I've had a lot of people ask me about this whole top conversion. Same thing with the manual swap, but we did a full manual swap DIY series, so I would really like to do a full manual top conversion DIY series. That'd be pretty sick, because I know a lot of you guys are on that drop top life and you are fucking hating it with the auto top because they're trash. Fuck yeah, dude, that's so much easier. Before I had to undo the latch and then walk around to this side of the car to do that little latch thing, but now it's right here. Makes it so much quicker and so much easier. Alright, so that's kind of it for today. I know it wasn't a super gnarly video like the last couple have been, but I know a lot of you guys wanted to see the convertible top mechanism, the whole manual mechanism, so I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope I explained it well enough for you guys to understand, and if you want me to do a manual top conversion, I gotta find someone else who has a full auto top and then talk with them. But hopefully we get that done, because that would be a really trick DIY to do. Thank you guys so much for watching. Keep it fresh, and I will see you guys later.
We are dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. Search but you stay lost.